Hey all, the release date for Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting ever so closer, so I thought it'd be interesting to go over some unique moveset concepts for some of the most requested characters for the game. The Dragon Ball universe has a huge selection of unique and diverse fighters to choose from. So let's start things off with the intergalactic bounty hunter, Hit. Please bear in mind, I'm not all that familiar with Dragon Ball, so forgive me if I say any terminology incorrectly or anything like that. This is purely based on research, and I tend to be the type that just describes moves based on how they look. Anyway, Hit throughout his many playable iterations in other Dragon Ball fighting games has consistently been a rushdown character. He focuses mainly on up-close melee attacks that are extremely quick, so it's safe to say Hit would be a very fast character. But I could also see him doing overall less damage compared to the rest of the cast to offset this, kinda like how Trunks plays right now. A great character for setting up, but not so much at doing damage. His reach would also be average, probably not much longer than Goku's. He's not known for possessing a lot of projectile attacks either, but his most recognizable would be the Shockwave Blast. I think this is probably too strong to simply be his generic projectile, so I could see this being implemented as one of his specials, like Piccolo's Projectile Beam. It could require some meter to perform, but can be used consecutively if you have the meter to burn, like Krillin's Destructo Disc. This would give Hit a lot of mind game potential, as opponents would have to be on guard from his rushdown attacks up close, but be prepared if he ever chooses to whip out his shockwave attacks from a distance. Then we have Hit's defining characteristic, that would make him one of the most unique characters to be introduced, and that's his ability to time skip. In the anime, this lets him momentarily stop time for 1/10 of a second and counter-attack. This is usually indicated when he places his hands inside his pockets, so just like in the anime, this could work in fighters. Hit could enter a time skip stance where he places his hands inside his pocket, allowing him to perform a counterattack if timed correctly. There could be 3 types of counterattacks he can perform in this state. A melee counterattack, which will simply counter any direct physical hit. A projectile counterattack that will let him bypass any projectile and let him teleport to the user. And a backbreaker counterattack that will let him counter teleports. This may seem overpowered, but with Dragon Ball FighterZ being such a fast-paced game, I could see timing a counterattack being extremely difficult to nail down, and misreading your opponent can leave you open for attack. I think it'd be super cool if you could reward players for perfect timing by causing the enemy to enter into a crumple state, leaving them wide open for a combo. For balance purposes, Dragon Rush, which is essentially this game's grab, should be able to break Hit's time skip stance, so I think it'd be interesting if you can let Hit cancel out of a time skip stance whenever he wants, to reward players who see a Dragon Rush coming and act accordingly. How sick would it be if time skip was also somehow implemented for his assist attack? Essentially, anyone in the middle of an intense fight can use Hit as an assist and counter an attack using either one of his 3 time skip specials, being melee, projectile, or backbreaker. His level 1 super could be a counter move that acts as an enhanced time skip. Rather than causing a crumple though, this time skip creates a series of strikes on the opponent's body that happens in the blink of an eye, causing massive damage. And his level 3 could be a full screen move that would execute if the opponent isn't blocking, letting him literally stop time and wail on his opponent. I hope the developers over at Arc System Works meant what they said and are bringing a diverse range of unique playstyles to Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I think Hit would make a great addition. If you have your own thoughts on how Hit could play out or any other character you want to see made playable, let us know in the comments below, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And as always, I'll see you all next time.